whether or not it is at this location.
And our village clerk just told me is that the condition of the area around there, it needs some help, but it hasn't stopped CVS and Williams Brothers and now Sherman's to locate there. So they're all it's all pieces of the puzzle, and every step that we take makes it better immediately, and also will probably help it better in the future. So it's a positive thing. We get a lot of bang for the buck, and I think it's an opportunity that I just don't want to see pass us by. So, is there anything else to add from the board?
A couple more questions.
Okay, do we have a motion for approval?
I'll make a motion, we approve the trailhead as presented.
Motion?
The bicycle.
Motion from trustee Harn,
Second.
second from trustee Reichert. Once again, this is for board approval of the authorization to submit an application for a Transportation Alternatives Program grant as outlined by Administrator Fick and Director Smith and trustee Harn. Madam Clerk, would you please call roll?
I have a question.
Yeah.
If it's a tie, you break the vote, right?
There won't be any tie tonight, but I will.
Just checking.
I'd be more than happy to, but I don't think we're...
All right, trustee Harn?
2.5, 4.
Aye.
Trustee Carter?
Aye.
Trustee Cumming?
Aye.
Sorry, I was just talking to
You're
Cheryl.
fine.
I was just telling her, we're still talking about it. I just see it as an opportunity to get on the trail. It just, short of this, when? How many years is it going to be before we have the 750K to develop that other park and put something on the trail? It's just...
Yeah, I didn't think we'd see it again. That's why it's so great.
The truth is, if that would have worked out down there, that would have been great. I know we're already past it, we're already talking about a vote, but I was just actually having a private conversation. But since you guys want to hear it,
Yeah, no, we'll continue with the vote.
sorry.
Way to hit up the vote, right?
Okay, I don't remember where we're at. No, you're fine. You're fine.
Trustee,
We can do it
Trustee
again.
Cumming?
Okay. Trustee Cumming?
Aye.
Trustee Reichert? Trustee Fuller?
I'm going to say aye, Mayor Allen, because I believe that if everybody's going to do it, we should do it, as a united front. But I would implore you, I know the decision's probably, you've already made it, but if there's any other location, consider it, so.
Well, you know what?
I agree with Matt.
Thank you. By a vote of 5-0, the board has approved the authorization to submit an application. Understand concerns, but gee whiz, I really appreciate the camaraderie and coming together on this. I think that we'll all be very proud in the end. Thank you very, very, very much.
Since we are talking like it's a departmental meeting,
5-0.
there are,
5-0.
if you notice people at Save-A-Lot, they'll park on those last three little places out there by the entrance, the back entrance to Save-A-Lot. They'll park there, then they walk over to the trail. It would be nice to eventually pave something. I mean, we have enough area to pave a few parking places of our own, like where the bus stop is in that grassy area.
Well, then you're going to get IDOT involved, and then that's where we ended up the last time, where IDOT got involved with the parkings, and that you have to have so much.
Well, we won't be involved with IDOT on this round with this thing here, right? So I think we'll be free and clear to, if we have property, there's no reason why we can't, if we want to use our own money, I believe, create a parking lot of some type.
If you can tear down that fence, there's all the parking in the world.
And maybe something like that could happen someday. Maybe Williams Brothers will sell us a little piece down there someday
Well,
for some parking.
it's possible
Donate
because
a
at some
piece.
point that area is going to have to be developed. I really believe so. But
Yeah, it's a gigantic empty space. I mean, I've heard of apartments and things like that in the past, but nothing's really came of it. Maybe we should have had a departmental meeting,
well,
I think we had things to talk about.
hindsight's 20/20.
It's all good.
Okay. Next order of new business tonight is ordinance 2015-1458, and that will be presented by Trustee Carter.
Thank you. Now, if that didn't confuse you, this all will. Okay, so I guess I make a motion for ordinance, and I'm just going to read this because it's kind of confusing. So I encourage anybody that out there that really wants to get down and dirty and read all this, I welcome them to come in and do it. But ordinance 2015-1458, an ordinance to approve First Amendment to Professional Services Agreement for the establishment and annual administration of Peoria Heights TIF District 1 by and between Jacob and Klein Limited and the economic development growth in the village of Peoria Heights. This amendment allows Jacob Klein and the Economic Development Group to represent the village of Peoria Heights in establishment of a business development district for a one-time fee of $10,000. The fee shall be paid by the proceeds of the series of 2016 general obligation bonds. The total annual fee for administration of the Business Development District is $1,500, with an additional $900 for each redevelopment agreement the village enters into for any projects located in the Business Development District. So, make a motion. Is that what I'm doing? Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Making a motion for approval. We have a motion from trustee Carter.
Second.
Second from trustee Cumming. Any questions or comments from the board before the board votes? Okay, once again, this is for board approval of ordinance 2015-1458 as outlined by trustee Carter. Madam Clerk, would you please call roll?
Trustee Harn.
Aye.
Trustee Carter.
Aye.
Trustee Cumming.
Aye.
Trustee Reichert. Aye. Trustee Fuller.
Aye.
Thank you. By a vote of 5-0, the board has approved ordinance 2015-1458. Next order of new business tonight is ordinance 2015-1459.
Oh, wait, you didn't vote.
Oh,
Do you want to vote?
yeah, put me as abstain, I guess. Maybe I get to vote on the next one. Okay, and that will be presented by trustee Carter.
Okay. So this is another ordinance, I make a motion for ordinance 2015-1459. An ordinance approving the authorization of execution of professional service agreement for the annual administration of the Lazy Paps TIF by between Jacob and Klein and Economic Development Group and the Village of Peoria Heights. This agreement appoints Jacob Klein and the Economic Development Group to provide the village with all on-call legal and consulting services on matters relating to the TIF district as needed, negotiate terms of TIF reimbursement and redevelopment agreements, and file the annual TIF report with the Office of the State Comptroller, along with various tasks. The annual fee for this service is $1,200. An additional annual fee of $900 for administration of any redevelopment agreement that results in an increase of an equalized assessed value within the TIF on the amount greater or equal to $100,000. So really this, and I kind of want to point this out, and correct me if I'm wrong, Matt, this is really to get Jacob and Klein involved in the Lazy Paps TIF district, so we have one person doing all of the TIFs, right?
Yep, they'll administer all three of them for us now.
So I make a motion for that ordinance.
Have a motion from trustee Carter.
Second.
Second from trustee Harn. Any questions or comments from the board before the board votes? Okay, once again, this is for board approval of ordinance 2015-1459 as outlined by trustee Carter. Madam Clerk, would you please call roll?
Trustee Harn.
Aye.
Trustee Carter.
Aye.
Mayor Allen.
Aye.
Trustee Cumming.
Aye.
Trustee Reichert. Aye. Trustee Fuller.
Aye.
Okay, thank you. By a vote of 6-0, the board has approved ordinance 2015-1459. Our next order of new business tonight is the authorization to approve an engagement letter with Ice Miller, and that will be presented by trustee Carter.
Thank you. This also goes along with all the TIF and bond issue projects that we're doing. I make a motion, this is the authorization to approve an engagement letter with Ice Miller to assist with the establishment of a special service area and provided bond counsel services. This agreement authorizes Ice Miller to act as a village legal counsel for the preparation of all documents necessary to authorize, issue, and sell bonds. The one-time fee of this service is $25,000. It also authorized Ice Miller to act as a village legal counsel to prepare all documentation necessary to establish a special service area. That fee is a one-time fee of $20,000. So I have a question on this motion. Are we motioning for the one-time fee of the $25,000? Because it seems like there's two things going on here.
Yeah, the engagement letter covers, we want a motion to approve the engagement letter because within the body of that letter, it details both tasks and the dollars amount for them. So if we approve the engagement letter or enter into it, then we effectively approve both of those requests.
And they're both one-time fees?
Yes.
Now, just as is it $1.8 million bond, or is that a typo, or is that?
No, so, yeah, good question. It's $1.6 million to Trefschers. We've got other issuance costs, so the $25,000, the $20,000, these are all considered, fees that are being incurred to issue the bonds. And so we don't want to pay for those ourselves, right? We want the developer to pay for those, so they get rolled into the total bond issue amount. So they don't know exactly what that will be yet. Once we get the interest rates from the bank, which I'm working on those right now, then the Klein's group, Steve Klein's group, the Economic Development Group will go back, run all their numbers, and they'll come up with a final bond issue amount. So they're kind of projecting right now it'll be 1.8 million.
And that's the figure that will be paid back?
Right, correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do we have a motion for approval?
Make a motion.
Okay.
I didn't know if I was making a motion on one.
Yeah.
Or do I need to make a motion again on the second half, but it's all one together?
Right.
That was my
Correct.
question.
Okay, we have a motion from trustee Carter.
Second.
Second from trustee Cumming. Any questions or comments from the board before the board votes? Okay, once again, this is for authorization to approve an engagement letter with Ice Miller to assist with establishment of a special service area and provide bond counsel services as outlined by trustee Carter. Madam Clerk, would you please call roll?
You don't vote on this one, right?
No, I think so.
Trustee Harn?
Aye.
Trustee Carter?
Aye.
Trustee Cumming?
Aye.
Trustee Reichert? Trustee Fuller?
Aye.
Okay, thank you by a vote of 5-0. The board has approved the engagement letter with Ice Miller as outlined by trustee Carter. Next order of new business tonight is an authorization to approve the 2016 MFT resolution, and that will be presented by trustee Harn.
Thank you, Mayor Allen. I make a motion, we approve the MFT resolution in the amount of $58,483. This is for patching material and salt only. This is not for spray patching or for chip sealing or anything like that. This is just enough money, just enough products to get us through the winter, and then we'll see how the state financial situation is, and when they turn loose more money, we'll make plans to do more MFT work. So for now, I make a motion, we approve the $58,483 for 2016.
All right, we have a motion from trustee Harn,
Second.
second from trustee Reichert. Any questions or comments from the board before the board votes? Okay, once again, this is the authorization to approve the 2016 MFT resolution in the amount of $58,483 as outlined by trustee Harn. Madam Clerk, would you please call roll?
Who seconded that? I'm sorry.
Trustee Reichert.
Thank you. Trustee Harn?
Aye.
Trustee Carter?
Aye.
Trustee Cumming?
Aye.
Trustee Reichert?
Aye.
Trustee Fuller?
Aye.
Okay, thank you by a vote of 5-0. The board has approved the authorization to approve the 2016 MFT resolution as outlined by trustee Harn. Next order of business tonight is a treasurer's report, and that will be read by our village clerk, Shauna Musselman.
All right, I'm just going to read the totals. The grand total in the village accounts for the November 2015 treasurer's report is $1,060,531.85. The waterworks account is $631,611.98 for a total of the two accounts of $1,692,143.83.
All right, thank you very much. Are there any questions regarding the treasurer's report? Okay, then we will accept it as submitted. Our next departmental committee meeting will be held Tuesday, January 26th at 6:30 p.m. of 2016, obviously. And the next Board of Trustees meeting will be held Tuesday, January 5th, 2016 at 6:30 p.m. Is there any other business to come before the board this evening?
I move to adjourn.
Have a motion from trustee Reichert.
Second.
Second from trustee Fuller. All those in favor of adjourning the meeting at this time, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, please say no. Thank you, the ayes have it. We want to wish everyone a very happy holiday season and be safe as well Wish all the best for you and all your loved ones, and have a great new year. Meeting is now adjourned.